I'm happy that I got a few bodies back. Obviously going through spring ball, we had some guys beat up, didn't have them out there. Now we got the whole crew. I think we are deeper than we've been since I've been here. And, if someone did go down, I feel we got some guys that can move in and at least function and know what to do. Obviously, getting T. Hunt to come back, I think is huge for us. I mean, to watch his growth from where he was 3 years ago, moving from, what was he, punter, I think it was? Moving from the punter position to now, he understands it all, and he's actually helping me coach out there. Our man, Maliq Carr, has had a really good summer, and has had a good camp so far. He's embracing the blocking aspect of it and getting better there. Obviously, we know he's a big guy that can run, so he's on the verge of becoming a complete player. DJ Barker, once he learns it all, once it slows down for him, this young man has some skills. And I'm glad we have him. My biggest challenge with him is to get him to be quiet. So if you've been around him, you know what I'm talking about. Obviously other guys, you got Powers, you got Evan Morris. I think they made the biggest gain, having a chance to get all those reps in the spring. I wouldn't have a problem putting them in a game if I had to. I have that confidence in them now. You talk about the young guys, the two freshmen. You got Nickel, you have Mansunas. I think physically, I think Mansunas is a little bit ahead of Nickel, but Jack probably ahead of him in the run game blocking-wise. But they're two good projects to have. Hopefully we don't have to use them at all, and you can start developing some depth and developing some young guys in the program. Well, I had no blueprint. Trust me, I don't. And I guess I give both of them credit because they work hard at it. Both of them are young men that take pride in what they're doing. And Evan is a guy that will come down harder on himself than I could ever come down on him when he makes a mistake. And I think he's as tough as anybody in the room. Now, he may not be as athletic and gifted in some areas as the others, but if I jump in the foxhole and I'm in an alley somewhere, I want him with me. And I love that about him. And I'm going to try to find a way to reward that toughness. I don't care if it's 2 or 3 plays a game. I'm going to put him in a situation where, that toughness can come out. I still think he's too heavy. I'm never happy, right? But I'm just watching him carry because he's been hovering around that 250, which he's never been able to do that. So I'm hoping by the time we come out of camp, because his history has been to drop down about 10 pounds, I'm hoping he's by the time camp's over, that 240, 245, because I think he'll carry that a little better when it comes to the running aspect of it. Obviously, because you think about this past year, he came into training camp 240, then he's down to 230. So if we can stay around that 240, I think that would be ideal. But he's healthy, which is huge, and I think because he truly understands the big picture now, and the game's a lot slower for him. He's in better position, to do his job, and I think that's been the biggest thing that's going to help him, because if he had that understanding last year and the year before, even at the lower weight, he still would have won more battles because his technique is a lot better. So, but I'm hoping he fluctuates between that 240 and 45 when it's all said and done. Learning a new system, yeah. Yeah. Just learning a new system is completely different, and he'll be the first to tell you, Coach, I've never done that, and I wasn't asked to do that, because we're asking him to do everything. I think they, at the place he left, used him in a certain way, more of a situational guy, and we're asking him to learn everything and do everything. So I think we're putting more information on him, so he's having to put more time in the classroom, and he's embraced it. I challenge him, and he's answering the bell. So that's what I mean is by slowing down is once he knows our system and what he's supposed to do and don't second guess himself, then he can play a lot faster. But I'm very excited that he's here. Two things. I'm talking about learning the system as a whole, run and pass. He's still got to learn in both areas. But obviously, running, sure, it's been an adjustment for him. We're not just asking him to cut the defensive end. Now he's going to have to do it all. He's going to have to take somebody on the top, in line as well as outside. And he's embraced it, and he's athletic enough. This young man can bend, and he'll come off the ball. He's not afraid to put his face in it. Now we just got to get better technique-wise, hand placement, strike points, those kind of things. We're hoping we can do that this year. We feel we got some guys that can run a little bit and truly make teams have to defend the entire field. And that's what we're trying to get to ultimately, and you're going to have in that room a mixture of guys that's more point of contact guys in the run game. And you're going to have some guys that can do it all and some guys that's, because of their weight and those kind of things, might be more backside. But in the pass game, I'm trying to get guys that can run a little bit, and that position I think is probably the most over-recruited position, because if you have any length, you're getting recruited, So I got to really focus on, the running, and might have to take a smaller guy and develop him, get him bigger, because I want a guy that can run. So that's what I'm trying to get. Well, he's 100% better just because he has finally accepted that, I have to do this. If where my future is concerned, I need to do this. And we're no longer having conversation about, Coach, I want to get back down to 220, 225. You will never see 220, 225 again the way he eats. So, I think that's helped a lot, that he's just finally embraced that, I got to do this, and I just got to get better if I want to take the next step. I think it's a little bit all of it. But for me, obviously, not having a few of those guys in the spring, those other guys got a lot of reps, so they got better. So if we do have a situation where one of the top guys go down, I think I can put somebody in and function. So that's where, as in the past, I didn't have that, or I didn't have the courage to put him in. Now I have the courage to do that.
Is you trust him more?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, if I need help in the run game, I feel Evan can do that. If I need help in the pass game, I feel Powers can do that. So that's the best way I can answer that for you. So they kind of play off of each other a little bit. So we can move the pieces a little bit more. Oh, I know what I would like, but I think that's a question I have to ask Maliq. So I can't really honestly answer that for you. But I think he does know his future is football. Whether or not he can leave that other ball alone, I don't know. But so when you ask that and you get an answer, I'd love to know it.